Oh, there we go. Hold on, I forgot to change the text. Ah. There we go. I'm not very prepared today, sorry. Smaller. Okay, that's fine for now. It's not perfect, but it'll have to do. All right. Okay. So, we are back today with another sculpture that I wanted to make. It is a Welsh mythology type creature. It's known as the Water Leaper. I did put the Welsh name in the title, but I don't know. I was having trouble finding the pronunciation. It looks like it's something along the lines of Llamhigyn y Dŵr, but I don't know how to pronounce Welsh things properly, so that's probably butchering it a bit. The only pronunciation guide I could find was very digital and like automated voice, so it was not very clear. Didn't help me a whole lot. So I think it's Llamhigyn y Dŵr, but I'm not positive. So it's something along those lines. But for this video, we'll call it the Water Leaper. There's not a whole lot of literature that I could find about it, but basically it is a giant frog with no front legs, no back legs. It has bat wings and a scorpion-like stinger on its tail, and it leaps across the water. It's giant. It leaps across the water. It eats sheep, fish, sometimes fishermen, and it gets blamed for bad luck, like if your fishing line breaks, or other sort of things. Not a whole lot about the origins or where it started that I could find, but it was an interesting little creature that I wanted to do. I've already chosen the eyes for it. We have these for the eyes. And for once in my life, I actually made a wire frame that we're going to use. And of course, I prepped the clay ahead of time, so I'm a little late today. Hopefully I can finish this within an hour, maybe an hour and a half. I unfortunately have a lot of stuff to do with the main real life job, if you will. So I can't spend a whole lot of time on this tonight, but hopefully it's enough to finish this. I picked it because it was simpler and less stuff that I wanted to talk about, so it made it a little easier for the setup. Before I do that, though, I want to show off some little inserts or inclusions that I'm making for dice that I made the other night. I painted these last night, and I will be having like TikTok videos of them and such, but just wanted to show some of them off. So I made this little guy, this little helmet. I've got a cool little shark that I did. This was a commission piece actually, little goblin with cheese. I did an otter, a little lizard, and a pool floaty, chinchilla, and then I did a little platypus too. I've never actually tried to make a platypus before. But yeah, so those are just cute little things that I made the other night. They have nothing to do with this video. I just wanted to show them off. I will post them on TikTok. There'll be some dice sets for later. But now that we have that out of the way, we're going to go ahead and start our sculpture. Now, I am hopeful that I can get this to actually work. So it has no front legs or back legs. And I was debating about how to sculpt it. So I'm going to sculpt it with its tail kind of being the base, which is why I absolutely had to do the frame. I don't know how well this is going to work, so I'm going to try to make it work. Worst case scenario, I may have to do like a clear stand. I have a 3D printing pen, and I have a 3D printer, so if I have to, I may have to print like a stand for it. Hopefully I can get it to actually stand up with just this. So the tail is probably going to be a little thicker than it's supposed to be, but it very much needs to be structurally sound. And I will probably be bending and changing it quite a bit as I'm working. to help with the balance. But yeah, this one's, it's kind of sad because I don't have as much of a story to tell with it. But I also didn't really have time to research and look up too many stories. And I know the thumbnail in this video looks terrible. I drew that in like, what, less than 5 minutes. It was not good. I didn't have much time to spend on it. So I was just like, okay, this works. I couldn't find a copyright-free image like I did for some of the others. So I just went with what I had and drew something real fast. I can draw much better than that. None of my artwork is great, but it definitely looks better than that most of the time. But yeah, I will probably be improving my little sidebar there too eventually. I really want to do like a little live reactive bear, but we'll see. I have not much extra time at the moment because I've been working overtime. I also missed last week because I started another project, another big project, which I will be posting videos of. But I was focusing on that and I was exhausted. I am exhausted today too, but I didn't want to miss more days since I've actually set a schedule for myself. I figure I should try to keep it. Even though I know right now it's not that important to anyone. I like to be consistent, so. Alright. Hopefully the combination of clay and wire will make this sturdy enough. This craft wire is all I had and it's not that strong. I like double and tripled it over so it'd be stronger, but why is there a bug? Yeah, let me pull this down here. And I'm not even trying to stream on TikTok today. I didn't want to risk it. I still have not figured out why I cannot get that to function properly. So, for now, it will be YouTube, and then TikTok will have the shorter edited videos instead of the full streaming, which is a shame because I do really want to try streaming on TikTok because most of my following is there. Most of my very small following is there. YouTube is just a nicer format. Okay, got that. And I feel like this figurine's going to be a bit more fragile than the others, perhaps. So we shall see. I'm running out of room in my house for these. They're just sitting on a little bar type table that I have. I have too many. I need to make like a tall shelf around the top of a room and just start putting them all, displaying them all on it. Alright. Wait, hold on. Yeah, this is actually going to be pretty sturdy for a base, as you can see. I wasn't sure if it was going to work or not, but I think it will actually be pretty solid. It's very difficult to do creatures that only fly and have no legs to sit on. Alright, so this will be... Alright, almost done with the base of the tail. And that will be the stinger at the end, but we need to see if I can make that a little smaller. Okay. It's very lumpy, not very smooth yet, but it'll get there. And I know it's technically a frog, but a lot of the drawings gave it like where it's like a toad. And I kind of liked that look because it gives it a bit more detail. So we may do that. Some of them had spikes, some didn't. The actual description seems to only mention the lack of legs, bad-ish wings, and it apparently leaps across the water with its wings, which is an interesting mental image. And it's quite large. I was thinking like leaps out of the water or swims with them. That was my brain, you know, processing what it would do. But no, it leaps across the water with its wings. Which honestly would seem kind of comical to me. But I don't think we're going to do its mouth open because I'm not sure if it's supposed to have teeth or not. I think I'm assuming it, I mean it has to, right? Because if it eats sheep and fish and sometimes people, depending on, you know, the legend and the location, I would think it'd have to have teeth of some kind. So it's probably got a mouthful of teeth, and that would be very difficult to sculpt. So we're probably going to keep the mouth shut. I could give it some fangs. Going with the bat-like appearance. That'd be kind of cool. All right, so we have the base of the tail. That's actually surprisingly sturdy. All right. Now, let's do this a little bit more. Yeah, this I could not have pulled this off without the wireframe. Most of the time if I cheat, I get away with it. Sometimes, but this one, I could not. I don't know why I hate making wireframes that much. It's really not that hard. I'm just lazy. All right. There we go. Blend that side in a bit. Smooth it out. All right. We're gonna see if this holds. I am not sure. It's getting a little bit more wobbly now that we've added weight to the top. So it might not. I think it'll be fine. But we may have to adjust like the weight. Once it's hardened, it'll be totally fine. I'll just have to, I may have to prop it up while I work on it and while it bakes if it's not wanting to hold the weight here. I wish this wire were a little bit sturdier than it is, but it was the only craft wire I had. Let me pull up some reference photos real quick. Where? Okay. Frogs are hard for some reason for me because it's like their head and body just sort of morph into it. There's not a really strong distinction. I have the same problem with fish because there's no clear barrier between the head and neck and body. It's all just kind of the egg shape. I don't know why it makes it so much harder for me. Oh yeah, so this is gonna start falling. I will have to prop it up when I bake it because the clay gets a little, it almost melts, not melts, but it softens up a bit before it hardens when you put it in the oven. So anything that's propped up will bend slightly and become more loose. So this, for example, is going to get more loose and either fall this way or that way in the oven. So I will definitely have to prop this up with something once it's solid. I do think we have a pretty good base holding it because it's handling that pretty well. But it will be an issue when I'm baking this. Different clays with different thicknesses are affected, you know. I said the word different way too many times, but they're affected differently. So some of them don't get that much softer in the oven. A lot of them do, at least a little bit. Some of them will get like surface cracks and things too, and are more brittle. So this particular clay is very soft. That's why I like working with it. I think I talked before about the types of, you know, firmnesses of clay. I like softer clay because my hands hurt if I try to work with the firmer clays. But sorry I pulled it out of frame. I'm trying to forcibly get it to look even here. No, it's not going to stand. When I add the wings, I think it'll be balanced more, but it'll start to bend. Okay. Let's see if we can start to shape this into a head of sorts. A frog head. Alright. That's kind of shaping into the shape of a head, sort of. This creature's very, very just egg-shaped. Yep, there we go. I knew that was going to start happening. Alright, so we're going to add some more here, see if we can do that jaw. I'm trying to think if I should set a time limit for myself. Like, I have to stop by 9. I cannot continue past 9. If I don't finish it tonight, that's fine. I'll just do another video either tomorrow or maybe Sunday or something. I don't know, we'll see. Because I may be very tired tomorrow as well. But yeah, hopefully I think I can finish this in just like an hour and a half, maybe. Maybe not. If I'm close to finishing, I won't stop, but I just really need to get my lunch together for work and then get sleep and okay. Mouth needs to be wider. This. Okay. All right. Frog eyes are like here and here. That is very, very lopsided. All right, let me add some, gonna add some clay to the top here so we start looking more uniform. Okay. Okay, so we have the head shape roughly done. Okay, now we're going to go back to putting those eyes in, because I think here and here is probably accurate, appropriate. Let me make this look a little more frog-like. Alright, smoothing out the center section here. Alright, so now we have our little frog-ish face there. He looks kind of friendly right now, so we're gonna have to change that. He's gonna have to have slightly flattened eyes there, slightly arched. Yeah, if you want to make something evil, just make the eyes like that, slightly angled, and it makes it look angry. Alright, now I gotta look at frog noses. So they're usually like a little pinprick-ish shape right about here and here. All right. We didn't get our design perfectly even here. Hopefully I can fix that without much difficulty. All right, so this is how far we've gotten with our water leaper. I think we should do the nostrils up a bit, so down, in, and up, like that. Yeah, I think that looks better. I think I also want to do some fangs, because if this thing is eating like sheep and people, like, it's gotta have some big canine teeth. We will not do like the rest of the teeth, but I think we should do fangs. I think that design part makes sense. Alright, we're gonna have to lay him down. There, he almost looks like a snake now. Okay. A little angry frog. There we go. Alright, so we have the base body here with the head. We have the tail. Now, how to stick this down so it does not lose its shape. Alright, we'll stick in like this. And for the wings, let me flatten this piece out. Yeah, we're making good time. I can probably finish this in time. Alright. And we're going to cut this diagonal. Alright. Okay. So we're going to wrap this clay around the wire. Attach it firmly. This is just, I know it looks terrible, but it's just the base for our wing for now. Okay, let me grab. Stop breaking through the clay. I think I don't like working with wires is that it tends to break through the clay very easily. Okay, there's the base for one wing. Let me flatten. Let's do the base for the second. Okay. Wrapping this one around the other side because we didn't quite line the wings up properly. Okay. Smooth this out and then we'll start working on the details. All right. Yeah, so that's the balance that we need. You can see where we're going with this little guy. The wire keeps cutting the clay. I probably should have wrapped it in foil, but I didn't. Actually, I don't know that that would have helped this too much. Okay. Now, Okay, so I think now we should probably pull up bat wings, because I feel like, I don't know, this actually has some pretty good reference photos for me. So I think what we'll probably do here is do this, roll it out flat. So we just made a long strand. I'm going to roll it flat, stretch it as far as I can. Stretch it. Alright, so then I'm going to wrap the edges of the wings like so. I probably should have done more wire for the wings. I think that would have been a little bit sturdier than what I currently have. But we will make this work. Just have to make sure it doesn't collapse and fall off in the oven, which if we're already propping up a lot of the frame, we're going to be doing that anyway. Don't forget to do the back. Oh, this is difficult to hold without messing something up. Okay. And I think this one's usually in the middle. Hold on, let me move it a little. Sorry, my tools are migrating over here. Let's move this here. Do this like that. All right. Alright, as you can see, it's breaking right where the wire is weak, so we're gonna add some extra clay here. Because it doesn't want to hold up. Alright, can I finish in 30 minutes? I do not know. It was going well, but I'm realizing the wings are going to take a little longer than that, probably. Maybe not. Oh no, we smashed a tooth. Alright, so we're going to do one more strand on the wing here. Okay. Okay, then we're going to blend that in a bit. Like so. And then we're going to do the other side. Like so. Alright, so that is a wing. It's a little rough. I need to smooth it out a bit. Oh, and I need to give them a second. I think bat wings, they have like little grabby hands. Grabby hands. Little like claws right here at the tip on their wing. Hold on. Do they have more than one or just one? Okay, it is just one. It is just one, because it's like this whole thing is their hand. Okay, so we're gonna flip it now, and we're gonna work on this side. Alright, might have to get a little bit more clay here, but I don't know, we'll see. Because I am going to do some little details on the back and such. Stay on there. And then we'll roll it flat like we did with the other one. Only maybe make it a little wider. Okay. Okay. Then we're gonna make, I wonder if I can prop it on this like that. Okay. This is getting harder and harder to work on because it's a very awkward shape. Okay, we're gonna put this here and pull this down like that. Blend it in, smash it. I'm gonna put it on the other side. The clay does not want to stay on its frame. Yeah, if I'd done a longer wing frame, that probably would have not happened, but that's okay. Okay. And then smooth those pieces together. Now we're going to do the second one. You can kind of see that, the top. This is getting harder and harder to work with because he's a little too heavy to stay up on his frame. I think this will be a good balancing spot, but the wings are a little fragile and will probably have issues when baking, so I may have to bake him sitting down, or laying down maybe, because yeah, this wire frame is flexing too much. All right, let's go ahead and get our third wing piece here. It's gonna go right there. Okay, a little bit longer, a little bit longer. We'll fix that and make it more detailed in a moment. Or not more detailed, we'll blend it in so you don't see the ridges. And then wrap this around and bring it up here. All right. All right, so here's the base of everything. Our water leaper. The wings are very fragile. I'm going to try to just hold on to them while I work. But I think what we're going to do is some like large spots on his back. Like this. Almost scale-like, I guess, would be the word I'm looking for. Not scales necessarily, but just uneven bumps. Okay, I'm still doing good. I got 20 minutes before I gotta stop. Actually, no, let's put that one here. And cut some more clay off. All right. Okay, I'm not sure if I'm giving him horns or not yet. I like just these little scaly pieces. So he's doing pretty good. Sorry I can't hold him better. I'm trying really hard to not let the wings break before I get him downstairs and baking. Although that's probably going to be a nightmare too. Hold on. Do the little pieces. Some little tiny baby dots on the base here. Let's see. I know I need to smooth the wings out a tad, but we have him like this, and we have that detail in the back. Let me pull up the water leaper again. See how most people do it. What else can I think I am gonna add little horns. Just little baby horns. Little ones. On the eyes. Maybe a couple so I could do one here. One here. There we go. Now he's got little horns, and I think we'll do slightly bigger ones behind it. And I don't know if you can hear that noise. I keep playing with the audio settings. It's my guinea pig. She's being noisy. Chewing on stuff. Alright. So then we'll do another one right there. Alright, we have little horns on our water leaper. Okay. Okay. Now I feel like I should do more designs on the tail here real quick while we're finishing up, but I honestly don't know what to do on it. And this one wing does not want to stay put. Oh yeah, it does not want to like me today. Stop it. Stay where you're supposed to. Yeah, the clay is getting super soft. The more you work with the clay, the softer it gets, and then it tends to folded pieces in the weaker spots. Not an issue, but when you have weight pressed on a wire, it just ripped right through the clay. Okay. Let me think. What else can we do? Because he's pretty cool looking. Pretty cool looking. I mean, I could stop it there, but I feel like the tail needs more detail. Because I have the stinger. But I guess I could just sorry. Continue the dots down a bit. And just do that real quick here, all the way down. All right. Nice. See if I can do this left-handed while I hold the wings. All right. All right, yeah, we're gonna have to finish it up here. I think I have enough time to do this real quick. I do think this one I may try to brush lightly with like UV resin or something to give it that slightly like slimy look. Not slimy, but like, you know, it gives it a shiny finish instead of the matte that I usually do, the matte finish. Alright, I need to hurry up because I do seriously need to stop. Alright. Yeah, but I'm just putting little dots along the tail to give it some character, some interest, and there went one of my pieces. It's fine. I don't know what it is, but my eyes keep burning for some reason. It's very annoying. Alright, we are almost done, almost there. A little bit further. Hopefully my next video will be painting this guy. If not, it might be, I have some commission work lately, so it might be some of that. And I really want to do a painting again, because I like painting. But I will try to finish what I started. Let me move that so I'm not still hitting it. Okay. Alright, so we put the little bumps all the way down. And I don't really have time for any other details, unfortunately. So this is our water leaper with his wings, and like that. He will stand up once he is baked, like he's supposed to, like that, hopefully. I'm gonna have to prop him up while he bakes because this wire is not strong enough to hold up on its own. But I'm pretty happy with him. I do want to see if maybe I can do a couple more details on the wings before I bake him, but or at least smooth out some sections. But either way, hopefully the next video will be painting this little guy. But but I do have to stop. Although I really want to add more texture to the... I want to keep going, but I really need to stop. I have too much to do this evening before I go to work, so anyway. Alright, so I just added a little bit of a warbling, not warbling, I don't know why I call it that. It's like I just dented little bits of dents in it. It gives it texture, so when I paint it, he'll look a little bit more detailed. But yeah, there's our water leaper. Trying to hold him very gently because his wings are a little bit fragile. Just a little bit. But yeah, the wireframe definitely helped. I need to do that more often. Anyway, if you liked this video, I'm sorry I didn't talk a whole lot, but I was kind of focused on trying to get this finished. If you like it, please interact with it in some way, comment. I will post a shortened video whenever I paint this guy. So we'll have the short video as well as the longer form. But if you enjoy this, give me comments like, what else would you like to see me sculpt? Do you have a favorite creature that you'd like to see me try? I do paintings, I do the dice stuff a lot. But yeah, if you have any suggestions of stuff you'd like to see me do, by all means. I do take those and I do pay attention. I know I don't get too many on YouTube, but I occasionally can get some comments and interactions on TikTok. So I do pay attention to those, and I greatly appreciate any sort of comment or interaction you do with the video. Sorry this was a little bit sped up and I didn't have the time to spend on it, but I think we still have a decent looking little figurine as I keep changing stuff on it. But I think we still have a decent little figurine here. It was a lot of fun. So I think for now I will have to head out, but thank you so much for watching.